Unfortunately, I'm not aligned with him in how he's approaching, the sales. Now, the $2,000 price drop is probably because he's got a massive inventory on hand and he has to get that moved. Is a $2,000 price drop the right solution? He obviously thinks so. I'm not aligned with that. I would think that, and the other thing is, the problem is not price.
I don't think so either.
The problem is price range. Yeah, I'm aligned. I know what you're going to say about marketing and sales and advertising and blah, blah, blah. But to really move the needle on sales, they need a wider range of vehicles. And you're not going to have a wider range of vehicles, for at least another 15 months.
Right.
So if you're not going to have a wider range of vehicles for the next 15 months, you have to make a decision. Do you reduce production across the board, or do you reduce the price across the board? And I'm not sure that he has a lot of choices. I've seen some criticisms of saying, well, a $2,000 price cut multiplied by 1.8 million cars is $36 billion, $3.6 billion. It's so much money and it'll cost you this much. Yeah, but calculate no sales.
Right.
Of those vehicles for that period of time and look at the lost gross margin.
Right.
When you don't have the range of cars to cover the market, you either have to drop the price to expand the TAM, or you have to reduce the sales. It's not complicated. It's as straightforward as that. Now,
I remember something in business school, supply and demand. I don't know.
Yeah. Now, you've made the point again and again and again, and are about to make it again, that, there are areas of the country where the car hasn't been exposed yet. And so it's not meeting its TAM anyway in those areas. And that is a huge opportunity. I'm not sure whether you can get away with not raising the price in those areas not dropping the price in those areas and dropping them in the other areas. That's kind of complicated. But I would say that you really have to do more of both. You have to market in the areas where you're so weak. And the problem is, since you're doing direct sales, you have to establish the infrastructure to support that. And that takes time. And that has been, I think, one of the weaknesses, that the infrastructure build out probably is not as strong as it should have been because of the lack of sales. So, this is a chess game. There are 64 squares on the board. There's a lot going on in every square of the board. You have to play the whole board. You can't play this little part of the board or that little part of the board. You have to play the whole board. And I think that what was a really great strategy 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, ran out of gas because you only had two volume models on, and so everything stems from that. Now, how you deal with that, we're talking tactics.
Yeah.